Hey, do you guys remember the very first day on your new job when your brand new bosses sat you down and made you watch an orientation video explaining to you the evils of masturbation?
The next area of concern is a more sensitive matter. That is to resist the unclean habit of self-abuse or masturbation. This involves the deliberate stimulation of the genital organs. Don't let yourself become contaminated by this unclean habit. Satan and the demons are desperately trying to corrupt God's people.
It's hard to believe this is real, but it actually is. This is a video put out by the Jehovah's Witness elders for the staff members that work for their church. And not only is this one of the cringiest things I've ever seen in my entire life, it also somehow manages to be incredibly homophobic and also incredibly homoerotic at the same time. Let's have a look.
A second way you need to keep on guard is resisting the unclean habit of masturbation. So, does a person have to use their hands to masturbate? For example, say a brother wears an undergarment that's so tight it rubs his penis as he moves around. He gets aroused and even ejaculates. Is he masturbating? Yes, he is. Suppose a brother starts rubbing his genitals against a pillow. He gets an erection, but stops before having an orgasm. Is he masturbating? Yes, again, because he's deliberately stimulating himself, whether he has an orgasm or not. A group of single brothers has a meal together, and after most leave, two of them remain behind in the room drinking alcohol. At one point, one asks the other if he has ever woken up with an erection. Their conversation starts to touch on sexual matters. Are they flirting? Their conversation can arouse sexual desires in them, even though they're of the same sex. This could easily lead to comments or curiosity about each other's bodies. Don't deceive yourself thinking this could never happen. Keep in mind that alcohol tends to lower your inhibitions and can make thoughts that you'd normally suppress or view as repulsive seem acceptable.
What? Man, I've been drunk probably 10,000 times in my life, and not once have I ever drank a beer and then thought to myself, hey buddy, let me smell your dick.
Two brothers masturbate in front of each other, but without touching each other. Is it porneia? The answer is no, since neither is touching the other person.
Why the fuck are two brothers masturbating in front of each other? I masturbated about 1,000,000 fucking times in my life already. Ain't never done it in front of my goddamn friends. What kind of weird ass shit are you Jehovah's Witnesses involved in anyway?
After exercising together, two single brothers go back to shower in a room. Afterwards, one gives the other, who's wearing only a towel, a massage. One or both of them get sexually aroused. They have put themselves in an extremely dangerous situation, don't you agree? Both oral sex and anal sex involve the manipulation of the genitals of only one person. For example, a brother sits on the lap of one of his male friends. His friend puts his arm around his waist and at one point fondles his crotch over his clothes. Is that porneia? Although the second man didn't go as far as masturbating the first, he is deliberately stimulating his genitals. Because there's fondling, caressing, stroking, or rubbing involved, this act constitutes porneia.
Why the fuck are you Jehovah's Witnesses sitting on your buddies' laps and fondling their ball sacks? Is this a problem you guys are really faced with a lot?
To keep clean before Jehovah, you have to fight against homosexual behavior. You've surely noticed that we've mentioned several situations involving homosexuality throughout this talk. Why do you think that is?
I think it's probably because you're secretly a flaming homo that sits around and thinks about gay sex all day. Just a theory.
At times, you may find yourself struggling with same-sex desires, Do you avoid unnecessarily exposing yourself to others, such as when you're in the locker room? Do you have the habit of excessively touching other brothers, hugging them tightly, slapping their buttocks, rubbing them, giving them massages, and so on? Homosexuality is unholy and repugnant to Jehovah, and he will not tolerate it among his dedicated servants. The first way you can do this is by avoiding tight-fitting clothes that can identify you with homosexuality. Some outfits are designed to feminize a man's appearance, as homosexuals try to do, especially displaying the buttocks and genitals. These clothes are designed to sexually excite both men and women. Masturbation contaminates a man with selfishness, it weakens his self-control, and it makes him believe that sex doesn't have to be related to love.
Well, there you have it, folks. These dudes clearly sit around all day and think about different gay scenarios and how it makes them want to masturbate. Fewer things in life have brought me more joy than masturbation. I mean, like I needed another reason never to join the fucking Jehovah's Witnesses. I feel really bad for all you people stupid enough and brainwashed enough to work for the Jehovah's Witnesses. Apparently you guys are incredibly fucking sexually repressed. But let me give you some good advice. Just fucking crank that shit, dude. Don't listen to these old motherfuckers. They absolutely do not have your best interests at heart. They just want to control you. Masturbation is healthy. Masturbation is normal. Masturbation is good for you. And if you want to sit on your buddy's lap and fondle his ball sack, as long as he's into it, it's all good. I mean, what kind of sick God will put your hands right next to your fun stick and expect you not to play with it? If God really is love, why would he have a problem with you loving yourself? It don't even make no sense. So fuck these old dudes. It's okay to be gay. It's okay to masturbate. It's okay to have fun. Sin doesn't exist. So congratulations, Jehovah's Witnesses. Somehow you've managed to become even more creepy. And I didn't even think that was possible. So if you guys excuse me, I'm gonna go watch this video again and crank one out to it, just for spite. As always, I love you guys, and until next time, logic. Fuck yes. Hey guys, Dusty Smith here, thanks for joining me. And thanks to the adpocalypse, I am now making $0 from YouTube. All of my videos have been demonetized. So if you would like to support my work, please consider buying a t-shirt from my website, cultofdusty.com, or sponsoring me on Patreon. You can click the link here. The money I get on Patreon goes to supporting the Humanist Society of Mississippi Animal Sanctuary and all the animals we rescue. So if you're able at all, please chip in $1 or $2. It really helps. We do a lot of good work here and it means a lot. Thanks a lot.